Okay, howdy doody. I'm in the process of making homemade chicken pot pie. So I've already prepped all my vegetables. I had to saute my carrots because they were fresh carrots. The peas and the corn are frozen. And this is a mixture of tender breast strips and chicken thigh that were boneless, and I baked them in the oven to speed up the process. I've got my onions and butter waiting on my milk and flour for the roux, and so I'm really excited about this. So this is what I did. I went online to find a good recipe, right? So here is the recipe that I'm going by, okay, by Pillsbury. And we're going to see how this turns out, and I'm sure that it's going to be awesome because Pillsbury is a wonderful company and they have great recipes. So I will show the after effects or the final results when I'm all done. Okay. All right, so I've just added my chicken and my vegetables in the roux. I followed the recipe as far as the seasonings, but you can always adjust your recipe as you go along, and I taste as I go. So I had to add a little bit more pepper and a little bit more seasoning, seasoned salt to my filling. Okay, and now we're going to get ready and fill in the pie shell. So now I'm going to do one family size pie shell, and then I'm going to attempt to do some smaller ones. Okay, so wish me luck. All right, got the pie shell filled. This is like 3.5 cups of filler. I was able to get 4 smaller ones and 2 pie fills. All right. Okay, so what I did, I put the top crust on and I tucked it in and under, and then I crimped it using a fork, and then I put the slits in because it has to have a way to evaporate the steam and the moisture. Okay, so now I got to do the others. All right. All right, so I'm all done. I just got through topping these, and I put the little vent holes on the top. I literally just used one sheet, divided it into quarters, and stretched it ever so lightly on the cutting board with a little bit of flour to help it stretch. And I think I did pretty good. All right, finishing results are coming up. Okay, so I'm going to wait a couple of minutes before I pop them in the oven because I'm trying to time this thing where they will be nice and hot and warm by the time I get to my destination. So yeah, I need to hold out about 20 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm just going to eat myself a navel orange because I need to eat something. And then we will pop these in the oven, and hopefully, if I don't screw up on my video, you'll be able to see the final results of everything. Okay, so here's the phase I'm at now. I've got 2 of my big pies, that is this size, in the oven. So now what I got to do, after they've been in the oven only for 20 minutes, and I'm halfway through, I have to get something to cover the edge, right? Because the edge of the pan always cooks faster than the pie crust in the middle. So after halfway being cooked, because it goes in for 40 minutes, so I've made myself a nice little cover for the crust. So as you can see, I pressed this foil on this pan, and you can see where the indentation is there. So I just divided this, not divided, but I folded it twice. Okay, so, and I did 2 sheets of foil in order to get 2 covers for the pies. So I will show you in a minute. Let me see. Okay, so I just separated these very carefully because if you're not careful, you will rip your circle. So this is for one pie and this is for the other. All right, let me stand back so you can see it better. Okay, so there we go. And I'm excited to see how they turn out. So this is the last step or process to making awesome chicken pot pie. Okay, these are my smaller chicken pot pies. I just put the foils around the edges of them. One thing that I opted out on was the egg wash on top, which will help it get nice golden and crisp, but I didn't do it. I kind of forgot. But then I thought, you know what? That wasn't such a bad idea because some people have allergies, and can't have eggs. So, it'll turn out just fine. And so now I need to put it in the oven for the next 20 minutes and then we're all done. Okay, example, pie number one. And this is how it will look. Now, I will not take off the ring off of the pie because it protects the crust until it gets to its destination. But here is the final result, and I'm really happy with it. Egg wash free.